For 8 hours a day of agriculture programming weekdays and 2 hours on Saturdays, WTIM AM, FM, and online is your ag information station. Listen by tuning in on air or online and listen to WTIM Ag podcasts anytime.
WTIM. You're listening to the WTIM Morning Show on your information station. The show is sponsored by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville. I'm your host, Reed Kamai, and we've got another conversation with another FFA chapter, and this one comes from not too far from here. I'm talking about the Taylorville High School FFA chapter, and I've got 4 guests with me this morning. So, we're gonna try to make this work. It's a first for me, so I think we'll be okay. We'll start. I'll introduce each of them from my right to my left, so you can put a voice to a name. All the way on my right, we've got co-president Riker Beckmeyer. Riker, thanks for coming back on.
Yep, thank you guys.
Yes, yeah, it's good to have you on. And then to next to the left is co-vice president Ella Reese. Ella, thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Yes, and then next to her, we've got co-president Olivia Mazier. Is that how you say it?
Yep.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
And then all the way on the left, making his WTIM debut, we understand, is co-vice president Rye Blyler. Rye, thank you for coming on.
Yep, thank you.
Yes, yeah, it's great to have all 4 of you on. So first off, what are all of your years in at Taylorville High School?
I'm currently a senior.
I'm Ella, and I'm a senior.
I'm a senior.
I'm a senior as well.
All right, so all of them pretty far along in their time there. And when were you all elected in your various titles?
So we do officer elections every spring. So it would have been the spring of my junior year when I was elected as co-president.
Yep. Yeah, I'm seeing nods all the way around here. So did you have these positions last year as well?
We each had different positions. So I know I was vice president of public relations last year. And then I don't know.
I was vice president of communications last year.
And I was vice president of chapter development.
Okay. And what about you?
I was vice president of relations or something like that.
Or something like that. Okay. So different positions for each of you. What was the transition like going into those positions for anyone who would like to comment on that?
I definitely think it was just stepping up with the role of responsibility as a co-president. We're expected to actually help run all the meetings. So in terms of putting together meeting agendas and talking to more community leaders, I think the role of communication and responsibility was definitely expected of us.
Nice. So some transition there, and then you move up and get all of those positions as well. What do you each do in your current titles as co-president and vice president? And whoever would like to start may start.
So for co-presidents, Riker and I are kind of just making everything run smoothly behind the scenes. So we're working on meeting agendas. Right now, banquet's a big thing for us. So we're running all the committees, calling all of our locals, organizing catering, anything like that. Just making sure that communities stay informed and our members stay informed.
Okay, you've got a busy time there, and we'll talk a little more about that banquet coming up as well. Who else would like to talk about what being in their position entails?
As vice president, we just help the presidents, help the chapter run smoothly, and assist them when they need it.
Okay, nice. Anything else for the two of you, or do you think your co's got it? All right, yeah. No, I think they did a good job on that one as well. And then in terms of what the rest of the school year looks like, what will your involvement be as co-president or co-vice president for the chapter the rest of the way this year?
Yeah, so as co-president, with freshman orientation actually coming up this week, we'll be expected to actually be in the gym, not recruiting, but definitely helping push along the FFA message, talking to people, telling them to join the ag classes, join the FFA program, and just really spreading the word about all the great things we do throughout the community.
And well, you're doing that right now as well. Anyone else have any big involvement the rest of the year as co-president or vice president?
It's FFA week. So we do a variety of tasks throughout the school throughout this week until Friday.
Awesome. What kinds of tasks or events?
We have cookouts Thursday and Friday. Driver tractor to school day is also Friday, and there's several different dress up days.
Okay, nice. When's the cookout happening?
Thursday and Friday.
Okay. Well, like what time?
I don't know.
During our lunches.
Yeah.
So
From 4A to or 3A to 5C.
Okay, awesome. So you've got that in the middle of the day. I don't actually know what 3A, 5C mean, but I'm sure you do and the students do, and that's what matters. So. So it sounds like you've got exciting stuff going on this week, and maybe we'll have more to talk about in a little bit on that. Talk a little bit about what it means to each of you to be an FFA member at Taylorville High School.
For me, it's definitely an honor. From Taylorville perspective, we've been in a very highly successful FFA program, whether it's livestock judging, public speaking, or winning awards at the national level. There's definitely some sort of expectation that comes with being in the program. All in all, I just definitely think it's an honor to be part of such a prestigious program.
like Riker said, it's an honor, and just being able to give back to the community through the community service that we do. Those are the people that are really trying to help us out in our future and pave the way for us and give us something to do. It's just nice to give that back to them at some point.
You mentioned community service. What kinds of projects have you been involved in?
So we do community dinners are a big thing. We're also heavily involved. We partner with student council at the high school for angel tree shopping in November. We also we have students that head over to the Taylorville Food Pantry and help them out on usually Monday mornings, weekends, anytime they get like a shipment in or something.
We also help with the Fair Board Association and like assisting with fair activities and everything that goes on in the summer at the fairgrounds.
Christian County election return.
That's a lot of really good involvement there that you folks have. Of course, when it comes to the elections, you'll be busy in a couple of weeks with that. So we were talking just now about the community as a little bit of a diversion from what being an FFA member at Taylorville High School means to you. Olivia, we haven't heard from you in terms of what it means. So what does it mean to you?
FFA it gets you very involved. I think that is where most of my community service, which looks very good on like my scholarships and applications, my resumes. I think that FFA has helped me grow as a person and helped me become like a better version of myself.
Having an SAE record book is a very good part of the FFA as well. It helps with interview skills as well as being able to talk about what you do on a day-to-day basis.
And the record book, is that where you like write about like your livestock or plants and that sort of thing?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So no, I've heard about that from other folks. So it seems like you folks get a lot of experience in important things, and that can lead to success later. And we'll talk about what that success hopefully will look like in just a little bit. Now, I know you talked a little bit about, I think you said like freshman orientation, trying to get some folks in. How do you pitch FFA to those students, to try to get them to join?
We started off by going to the junior high to introduce FFA. We made a slideshow and we just talked to the 8th graders, incoming freshmen, about what Intro to Ag is and how you join FFA. And then on Thursday, tomorrow night, we will have our freshman orientation where they come to the high school and actually see and like get to talk to all the members of clubs and organizations at the high school.
I think to kind of piggyback off what she said, I think just pitching the idea of being an awesome community servant, bettering yourself as a person, as well as obviously competing, whether it's at the state or national level. I just think as an incoming freshman, I think those are kind of some of the key pitch points for me.
Nice. What about for anyone else?
So we try to pitch the idea that like getting involved is important. So through community service, I mean, that's where you can get most of your hours.
I think to graduate it's like 50 hours. So FFA helps a lot with getting those community service hours to graduate.
And then like what Riker said with just being able to put forth the effort and win in an area that you might be passionate about, instilling those hard and soft skills within our members. And then also, I mean, there's some courses at the high school that are ag courses at the high school that are both ag and science credit. So that can also go towards like their academics side.
Nice. And then, Ryan, what's your pitch to them?
FFA allows you to get in-class time as well as working in the greenhouse and the ag shop. Not a lot of other organizations allow you to do that, and FFA definitely does.
So, yeah, a lot of opportunities for experience and service and all of that. That's according to Ryan Blyler, Olivia Nazir, Ella Reese, and Riker Beckmeyer, all with the Taylorville High School FFA chapter. We've got to take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk more with them right here on the WTIM Morning Show on your information station.
Your information station, WTIM.
Celebrating 40 years of covering Illinois agriculture, this is the Hometown Illinois Radio Network. This network report from the Commodity Classic in San Antonio is being brought to you by the Illinois Corn Marketing Board, increasing the profitability of corn production by developing and maintaining markets for corn and corn products.
Some call us Big Ag, but we know that ag is complex. Family farms grow to bring new family members into the family business. Growth brings larger purchases, added production, and much more significant risks. But the goal is simple: feed more with less environmental impact, and do it all responsibly. Learn how the Illinois Corn Checkoff builds understanding of agriculture at www.ilcorn.org.
Colin Waters is Director of Exports and Logistics for the Illinois Corn Growers Association, and we visited with him at Commodity Classic about the U.S.-Mexico-Canada trade agreement that is being renewed and discussed during Corn Congress as part of the Commodity Classic in San Antonio.
It's a really important trade agreement for us, particularly on the corn side of the ledger, because Mexico is by far our largest export market. It is huge, and Canada is our largest ethanol export market by a significant margin. And so both those commodities are really benefiting from the agreement. The way that I think about it is the agreement is basically how we grease the skids to get business done. It's a very, very clear kind of rules of the road, I suppose. And at least in the corn world, we got a really good example of how that how the agreement works and worked for us when the Mexican previous Mexican president was trying to ban the imports of transgenic corn. We were able to go through the dispute settlement process that is all outlined in the agreement, and the U.S. won the dispute, but the Canadians were on our side as well. So there's it's not just about the rules of the road, but there's also this ability to kind of work together that is really, really important. The supply chains for North America are highly integrated. Like all the feedlots in Mexico, where a lot of the corn grown in Illinois and moves down into Mexico, it's going into feedlots, and those feeders, they don't necessarily have like a year's worth of storage on their place by any means, right? So they really treat the trains that are coming down as kind of moving storage, right? It's a really highly integrated kind of just-in-time delivery system. So it's working. Those efficiencies have been very good for those customers, and we would like to see that, certainly like to see that continue. So right now the review process is underway. Folks have been submitting comments for the last couple months, really, and in San Antonio we'll be talking about really the importance of USMCA, and I suspect it'll be one of the kind of top priorities to come out, and you'll be seeing more about it in the press.
That's Colin Waters, Director of Exports and Logistics for the Illinois Corn Growers Association, on the importance of the U.S.-Mexico-Canada trade agreement, and it's up for renewal. That'll be discussed at Corn Congress as part of Commodity Classic this week. You're listening to the Hometown Illinois Radio Network. This Hometown Illinois Radio Network report from the Commodity Classic in San Antonio is being brought to you by the Illinois Corn Marketing Board, increasing the profitability of corn production by developing and maintaining markets for corn and corn products. For a free podcast of our reports, go to hometownillinoisradio.com.
WTIM.
And we are back on the WTIM Morning Show on your information station. The show is sponsored by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first in the landmark of Taylorville. I'm your host, Reed Kamai, here on National FFA Week, and we've been talking to a variety of local FFA chapters, hearing about all the great things going on with them. And right now we're talking with folks from the Taylorville High School FFA chapter, and that includes here on this occasion Rye Blyler, Olivia Mazier, Ella Reese, and Riker Beckmeyer, co-vice president, co-president, co-vice president, and co-president of the chapter, respectively. I want to move on now to, I understand you folks are getting involved in proficiency award interviews at the district level. Who wants to talk about that?
Yeah, so this really all started our freshman year. We keep an accurate and very close record of everything we do. So for me, I have a sheep proficiency book. So whether it's recording everyday journal entries, so whether I'm feeding, choring, or taking care of my livestock, or I'm entering financial journals, I think record books is just an awesome display of your responsibility, how much you care, and your actual passion of what you're doing. So at the district level, there will be a couple judges actually in the room, and they'll just start digging through your book and asking you questions about it. I think this is an awesome time to display your knowledge, accuracy, and how much you actually know about your project.
Yeah, and it sounds like it's a showing of the work that has been done. And you said this started from around your freshman year?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it's about 3 years of hard work. You know, that's going to feel good, even just having something really good to show them.
Yes, sir.
Once you get to that. So awesome. Well, best wishes on that. And when is it?
I believe it is next week.
Next week. Okay. All right. Well, we'll be thinking about that. Best wishes there. And then in terms of other stuff coming up, you've also got that banquet you were talking about. Who wants to share some of the details on that?
Yeah, so we're currently in preparation for our annual banquet. It's on Sunday, March 29th this year in Stonington. Any community members are welcome to come. We're going to highlight all of our successes and definitely give back thanks to our alumni and our amazing supporters. And then we also award scholarships.
Okay, so you've got the banquet coming up, and you talked about highlighting successes. Well, maybe you'll have some of that in the proficiency award interviews coming up as well. So looking forward to that in the banquet coming up at the end of March. Well, we're coming in on 2 minutes left. I'd love to hear from each of you what your future plans are once you graduate.
Yeah, so upon graduating, I'm going to attend Lincoln Land Community College, hopefully get a degree in ag communications while being on the livestock judging team. Past that, I'm probably going to transfer to a 4-year university, continue my degree, as well as continue being on the livestock judging team.
After I graduate, I am undecided on a school, but I want to attend a 4-year university and study animal science and then go into veterinary medicine.
Yeah, after graduation, I'm going to attend the University of Illinois, majoring in animal science, and then moving on to get my veterinary degree.
After graduation, I'm going to attend Lakeland College, do the agriculture production and management side of things, and then return back to the family operation after that.
All right, so a variety of exciting plans coming up for each of you. And then with about little under 90 seconds left, I'd love to hear how your being involved in the FFA chapter, including as co-president or vice president, will help you as you take on these endeavors.
Yeah, I definitely think just from a responsibility standpoint, having things aligned before you actually start them, whether it's going into college or whether it's time to actually start growing up and owning a house. I think the responsibility side of things will definitely play a huge role for me in the future.
What about you, Ella, with a minute to go?
So the FFA.
Never mind, Olivia.
So we're working through FFA. We're instilling those like hard and soft skills, like I said. So for me, like public speaking, it's really brought me out of my shell, and being able to even like sit here today, I wouldn't have been able to do that my freshman year.
Well, and you're on right now, so really good for you. Ryan, how about you with 30 seconds to go?
Record keeping skills from my record book as well as interview skills have been very beneficial to me from the FFA.
Yeah, so no, it's great that all of you have gotten all these skills, and you're going to use them in the future. And that's what being in the FFA is all about. And that's what we've heard today from Ryan Blyler, Olivia Mazier, Ella Reese, and Riker Beckmeyer, all officers at the Taylorville FFA chapter. To the four of you, thanks so much for coming in this morning.
Thank you.
Yes, it was a pleasure to talk to you folks here on the WTIM Morning Show on your information station.
With SRN News, I'm Rich.